So we have seen simple agents and understood the concepts and how to use Langflow, right? Now let's try another example, that is how to build travel planning AI agents, that is multi-agentic workflow by using Langflow. Okay, so agents that can help plan incredible trips. Okay, so this is our previous project, right? So click on this Langflow button to go back to the main screen. So if you click on here, it will try to save all the flow changes, and also it will take you to the main screen. So here click on new flow, and our intent is to build a travel itinerary agent which will make a travel plan for us. So here click on all templates, and you can see all the provided templates, and you have to choose the template as per your requirement. And if you scroll all the way down, you can see travel planning agents. So click on this, and this is how it looks. Okay, so don't be scared by looking at this workflow. I will walk you through step by step so you can understand the workflow. So click on this component so we can hide that left hand side. And now what we learned about agent. An agent is nothing but something which can take us from one place to another and adds value to our life, right? So in this use case, it should take us from this. Let me zoom in. It can take us from chat input to chat output, right? So we provide an input message, and finally it should perform all the tasks and give us the output, right? So that is what the definition of an agent, what we learned in the previous lecture. It should take us from one place to another, and it should add value to our life. That value can be either time or money or whatever it is, right? And if you notice here, we have three agents here: city selection agent, local expert agent, and travel concierge agent. Okay, so this is a multi-agentic workflow. So the first one is city selection agent, right? So this city selection agent, the purpose is this agent evaluates potential travel destinations based on user input and external data sources. So that is the intent of this city selection agent. So for our city selection agent, we need to provide the input. Okay, so this is the get chat inputs from the playground, right? So we will provide the input. So our city selection agent will give us the travel destinations based on our input. And to do the search, we are giving access to Google search. Okay. And the second agent is local expert agent. The purpose of this local expert agent is to gather and provide an in-depth guide to the selected city. So the first agent will select the city, and the second agent will provide in-depth analysis on the selected city. Okay. And again, for this second agent, we are providing access to tools, and the tool is URL. And also we are providing the response of the first agent as the input to the second agent. So you can see this, right? And the third agent, which is nothing but travel concierge agent. So the purpose of this agent is to craft detailed travel itineraries that are customized to the traveler's interests and needs, right? So we have three agents here. And again, for the third agent, we are providing the response of the second agent will be the input to the third agent, and we are also providing calculator tool to calculate the budget and other expenses. And finally, the response of the third agent will be the output. Okay, so we have three agents, and now let's see the tools that are needed for the agents in order to perform the tasks. So for our first agent, that is city selection agent, as a human, what would you do for city selection? You would use Google search, right? Or some web search. So similarly, let's give web search tool access to our agent. So we are giving search API as the tool to our first agent. And then for our second agent, that is local expert agent, this agent needs to be able to scrape the website to gather the data in detail, right? So we are providing this URL as the tool, right? So whatever the city it is giving us as the response, it needs to scrape different websites, right, to give us the detailed response. And with this tool, the agent goes to a specific URL and scrapes the whole data from that web page. And the last agent is travel concierge agent. This has access to calculator tool in order to perform arithmetic operations for travel budget. So now you understand we have three agents and we also provided tools to our agents. And here you can select any model provider, either OpenAI or if you want to use Gemini or any other models that you are interested in, right? So you can select from these model providers and select your model. Okay. So for our use case, I am selecting OpenAI, and make sure you provide your API key over here. So enter your API key, right? So it is selecting GPT-4o mini model. You can select any other model that you want depending on your requirement. So here, if you want to provide any specific instructions to our agent, you can change this prompt over here. And also if you want to drag and drop any components, right? So you have different components over here. From this left hand side, you can drag and drop any components here. Okay. So you can customize this multi-agentic workflow as per your business requirement. So now we have provided LLM access to our agent, and similarly here also for our second agent, local expert agent, again I'm selecting OpenAI as our LLM, and let me provide the API key here. And similarly for our third agent, travel concierge agent, again we are providing API key. Okay, so we have three agents, and for all three agents we have provided LLM access. Okay, so you can select the model provider and any model that fits your needs and provide the corresponding API key. And also you can change the agent instruction as well. For example, let's say if you want to change local expert agent instruction, right? So you are a knowledgeable local expert with extensive information about the selected city, its attractions and customs, right? Your goal is to provide the best insights about the city. Whatever the city our first agent selects, the second agent's responsibility is to provide the best insights about that city. So if you want to change the instructions, you can change that as well, even here as well for the third agent. You are an amazing travel concierge, a specialist in travel planning and logistics with decades of experience. Your goal is to create the most amazing travel itineraries with budget and packing suggestions for the city. Provide a 7-day travel itinerary with detailed per day plans, right? So this is the instruction we are providing to the third agent. So you can customize the instructions according to your need. So we will get a better response if you provide the clear and detailed instructions to the language model, right? So the model understands the context better and provides us with the good results. And if you want, you can customize the code as well if you think this workflow doesn't meet your requirement, right? We understood in our workflow we have three agents and we assign the model, that is OpenAI, to each agent, and we also assigned tools to perform various tasks. So this is a multi-agentic workflow, and depending on your need you can extend this workflow further. And make sure you provide API key for each LLM, right? And now once you have configured everything, let's try to execute this multi-agentic workflow. So let's click on this playground on the top right corner, and this is the default prompt they have given, but if you want you can change this as well. So for example, let me give, I am planning a summer trip around New York and I'm interested in visiting natural attractions and scenic outdoor destinations, right? So this is the prompt that we are giving it to our first agent, right? And click on send button, then the execution will start. And while this is running, if you want to see what is happening, you can close this playground and see which agent is currently executing, right? So you can see this is green, so that means it already completed, and then this one also completed, and this is the one that is currently executing, right? You can see the arrows as well, and then finally it completed the execution. So click on playground again. So now you can see the entire flow got completed successfully, right? So if you see the output here, it says it is finished. So you can see the agent thought process as well. Okay, so let me go back. So you can visually see which agent is running and which is completed, right? So all those things visually you will be able to see by using this Langflow. And how long it took to perform each task, right? So for example, if you close and go back here, you can see the first agent, this one took 11 seconds and the second one this is the expert agent, right? So it is trying to give in detailed response. So that's why it took 29 seconds, and then third one took 27 seconds, and finally we got the response, right? Now let's go back to our playground and see the workflow results. So you can see it provided this 7-day travel itinerary with the budget as well. Okay, so as per our instruction, whatever the instruction that we have provided to our agent, it is giving the corresponding response. And if you want, you can change the input prompt and see how the agent is giving the results, right? So if you see the response, you can see top natural attractions and outdoor destinations, right? So these are the places it is giving us, because I said I like visiting natural attractions and scenic outdoor destinations, right? So that is why the agent is trying to give all these details. And this is the 7-day New York State nature and outdoors itinerary, right? So this is for day 1 and day 2 with budget as well for each day. So now you get the idea, right? You can play around with this workflow or customize as per your business needs. All right. Thank you.